Hey guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to get set up with your Google Analytics account. We'll get you signed up and then we'll get your tracking code that we can then embed onto your website so that you can start receiving data from Google and start seeing all of the traffic coming in on your website. So let's get right into it. Hey, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jake Full and I built a six-figure blogging business all on the side while I was working my 9-to-5 job. And I was able to quit my job and go full-time as an entrepreneur, doing what I love every single day. And I want to teach you exactly how to do the same. And so if that sounds interesting, make sure to click the link in the description below and sign up for my free 30-minute blogging masterclass. It's an entire overview of blogging and affiliate marketing and how easy it is to get your own website started, create a brand online, and start generating passive income every single month. Because I have built entire website templates in a box that you can import in less than 1 minute. And then I also have over 400 individual website templates that you can mix and match however you would like to create pages and blog posts 10 times faster than anybody else out there. And so make sure to click that link in the description below and get signed up for the free training. And let's get back to the video. All right, so to get started with Google Analytics on our website, you'll need to go to analytics.google.com. Otherwise, you should just be able to Google it and you should find it. And here it says, welcome to Google Analytics. And there's a button that says start measuring. So I'm going to click on that. All right, so the very first step here is to create an account. So it says right here to enter your account details and enter your account name. And so in this case, it could just be your first and last name if you're going down a personal branding route. In my case, I put the name of my LLC that I have in here, which is my full business name that everything is umbrellaed under. So it just depends. And I believe that you're able to change this at some point anyway. So for this case, I'm just going to click in here and type Ethan Blackwell. And it is important to note that accounts can contain more than one measurement ID. So like I said, whatever you put in here, you can have multiple different tracking codes and things for multiple websites if you would like, all umbrellaed under one name here. And then down here in the account data sharing settings, there are some different checkboxes. I'm just going to turn them all off because I don't want to share my data with Google, but you can read through each of these on whether you want to use them or not. I don't think it's really a big deal either way. But once you've gone through each one and decided whether you want to check it or not, you can come down and click next. All right, so the second step here is to create a Google Analytics property. And so you can think of a property as basically just a website. And so in this case, my property name is going to be my first and last name. But in my case, where my account name is my LLC name, my property name might be Start Blogging 101. And then I have another website and that property is Start Blogging Blocks. And then I have another website and that property is Start Blogging Themes. And so this property name will essentially just be whatever website it is that you want to track on. So in the property name here, I'm also going to type Ethan Blackwell. And then for the time zone, I'm going to click in here and choose Chicago, which is closest to me. I'll leave the currency as a US dollar and then I'll click next. All right, the third step is to describe your business. And so there's an industry category that is required. So I'm going to click in here. So it gives you a list of different options of what your business is based upon. And so you can come in here and choose whichever one is closest to yours. I don't really see one that pertains necessarily to Ethan's site, so I'm just going to click in other business activity. And then for the business size, we are small because we just have a single employee. So I'm going to click that and then click next. And then step 4 here is to choose your business objectives. So there are a number of different things that Google Analytics can help you do. So if your main goals are to generate leads or drive online sales, raise brand awareness, examine the user behavior, and things like that, you can check these and it will just give you a slightly more tailored experience towards those things. I would say as far as an affiliate marketing blog, the main thing would be to learn how people use your site or app. So I'm just going to choose that for now. You can always come in and choose other things for the future if you want to get a more tailored experience towards certain things. But the main thing is we want to examine user behavior and see who's coming to our site, the pages that they're visiting and clicking on and things like that. So I'm going to choose that option and I'm going to click create. All right, so then their terms of service comes up. So you'll want to go through here and read all of this. And then I'm going to click the checkbox here and then click I accept. All right, and then step 5 is to start collecting data. So you'll choose a platform that you're on. We are not a mobile app, so we're going to be on the web. So I'm going to choose web as the first option here. All right, and then here is where you set up a data stream. So you'll enter your website URL and the stream name. and then you'll get a tracking code here that we can embed on your website. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna type ethanblackwell.com. So I have my website written in there. The stream name, again, I'll just call this Ethan Blackwell. And I know we have kind of a lot of redundancy here, but I think if you're just a personal brand with a personal branded website, you are just gonna have some redundant names here, and that's more than fine. And then I would leave this enhanced measurement on. And so with Google Analytics 4, there are a number of different things that can get tracked. And if you just click on the more option here, you can see things such as page views, how people scrolled, outbound links, site search, video engagement, and all sorts of things that it gives you access to. So that's really nice. So I'd recommend leaving that on, and then we're gonna click Create Stream here. And then once you set up your stream, you should see the first tab here says to install with a website builder or CMS. So typically it would have you install a WordPress plugin such as the Google Sitekit plugin to easily embed your code on your website. But the Google Sitekit plugin can actually really slow down your website. And so I always recommend choosing the install manually option because it's really easy to manually install the code on your website. And then all you'll use is the Google Analytics site to track all of your data and things like that. And then you don't have an additional plugin slowing down your website. So I'm gonna click on the Install Manually tab here. So here it says below is the Google tag for this account. Copy and paste it in the code of every page on your website immediately after the head element. And so that sounds pretty technical, but it's very, very easy. We're gonna take this code and we can really easily insert it using Kadence Theme Pro if you have the Pro version of the Kadence theme. Otherwise, I'll show you a really lightweight free plugin that you can use to easily embed code on your website. So I'm gonna click the button here to copy this code, and then I'm gonna jump over to Ethan Blackwell's website so that we can embed it. All right, so here we are on the WordPress dashboard of Ethan Blackwell's website. And like I said, if you have Kadence Theme Pro, this is one of the hundreds of reasons why I absolutely love Kadence Theme Pro, because it makes things like this so easy to do. And so the first thing you'll want to do is go to Appearance and then Kadence. And then from another video, you should have the header and footer scripts add-on enabled here. But if you don't, make sure that this is enabled. And this is what allows us to really easily add scripts to our website. So once that's enabled, then you can go to the Kadence Customizer. So on the left-hand side, I'm gonna go to Appearance and then Customize. And so here we are in the Kadence Customizer, and one of the very bottom options here says Custom Scripts. So I'm gonna click on that. And then here you can see it says Add Scripts into your header, add scripts right after the opening body tag, or add scripts into your footer. So remember, Google Analytics said to paste it immediately after the head tag, and so that's in our header. So I'm gonna click into here, and I'm gonna paste the code that we copied over from Google Analytics. All right, awesome. So that code is pasted in there, and we are already done. So I'm gonna publish our changes, and now the code is successfully added to our website. And if we actually jump back to Google Analytics here, I'm gonna X out of this modal here, and I'm actually gonna X out of the web stream details here as well. And here we have a line that we have added our website here. It does say no data received in the past 48 hours, but we did just add the code, and we will check that in just a little bit. But I'm gonna click next here. And then it shows you a screen here that says data collection is pending. And so it does take a little bit for Google Analytics to start tracking your data and recognize that that code is there. And so don't worry if it doesn't instantly recognize that code and start receiving data. So I'm just gonna click continue to home here. And here's just an email communications modal that I get. I don't want any email communication, so I'm gonna uncheck all and save. And so here we are on the Google Analytics homepage. And once again, it says no data received from your website yet. But don't worry, give this about a day and then refresh and come in here, and you should see that it is now receiving data from Google Analytics. So I showed you how easy it was to install your Google Analytics code if you have Kadence Theme Pro and enable that custom header and footer scripts option. But if you do not have Kadence Theme Pro, then you can use a really lightweight code snippets plugin that will allow you to go and install your code that way. And so only use this option if you don't have Kadence Theme Pro. And we're gonna go install another plugin here. So I'm gonna go to plugins on the left-hand side. I'm gonna click add new plugin. And then over here in the search, I'm gonna search for FluentSnippets. And so here's the first option here called FluentSnippets. It is free, and it is a newer plugin from the WP Manage Ninja team, who creates a ton of different really nice plugins, including Fluent Forms for different forms. They have Fluent CRM, which is an email marketing tool. They have Fluent Support for offering support tickets on your website, and several more plugins that are really nice. So we're just gonna click install now. So that's installed now. So I'm gonna click the activate button. All right, so we have Fluent Snippets on our website, and there's a new menu option called Fluent Snippets on the left-hand side. So I'm gonna click on that. Here it says, thanks for installing Fluent Snippets, create your first snippet. So we're gonna click that. All right, so you can see that there are different snippet types up here to choose from. And so we're actually gonna choose a content snippet, and then here's where you'll paste your code. So I'm gonna paste the code that we got from Google Analytics. And so here's our Google Analytics code pasted in here. And then very important, below here, it says, where should this run? So I'm gonna click on the item that says select snippet run location, and I'm gonna scroll down here. And what we wanna do is choose site-wide header. And so this is going to put it in the head tags on the front end of your website, and that's what Google Analytics told us to do, so I'm gonna choose that option. So we have site-wide header chosen down here, and then up here in the snippet name, I'm gonna click in here and just type Google Analytics code. You can give it a description if you want, and then you can put it into a snippet group if you wanna categorize these, but I'm not gonna add it to a snippet group or anything like that. We'll leave the priority set to 10, and I'm not gonna add any tags. And then I'm just gonna click create snippet in the upper right. All right, so it says snippet created successfully down here, so that's awesome. And then by default, this does not activate. And so you'll wanna make sure that in the upper right, after you save the snippet, you come up and click activate. And so right after we activated this, because we have Wordfence on our website, it will come across and say, hey, a potentially unsafe operation has happened. And that's because it's adding some code to your website. But we are the ones that obviously did this, and we know that it's safe. And so I'm gonna click the button that says add action to the allow list. And then it'll say, are you sure you want to allow list this action? And I'm gonna click okay. And it says it's been added, and I'm gonna confirm with okay again. And then on this page here, I'm gonna say I'm certain that this is a false positive, and I'm gonna click allow list this action. And it comes up with a little screen here that says successfully allow listed one param. So I'm gonna just back out here. And now it still didn't activate because Wordfence blocked us. But now since we've allowed it, I'm gonna come up and click activate one more time. And there it says snippet has been updated successfully, and that now shows as deactivate, so we have activated our snippet. And then real quick, I just wanna mention that in the settings of Fluent Snippets, so up here in this tab, I'm gonna click on settings. You can see there's a checkbox here that says activate snippets as a default action. So if you want these snippets to activate as soon as you save them, you can choose this setting, but I'm gonna leave this disabled. And so after I save each snippet, then I would activate it. And you probably aren't going to really be adding any other snippets on your website, so you shouldn't really have to worry, but I did just wanna point out that setting there. So I'm gonna go back to the snippets here. And now you can see under snippets, it says Google Analytics code, which was the name that we put in. You can see that when you hover over it, it does say published, and you can easily unpublish it by clicking this toggle if you would like. And I'm gonna just click on this code here. And here's where you can see it again. It's marked as published up here. And if you ever need to change the tag or do whatever, you can come in here and tweak that and then update that snippet. And one thing that I wanna show you to just confirm that the code got added to your website is that you can go to your website after you've added the code either through Kadence Theme Pro or through a code snippets plugin. And I'm going to right click on our website, and I'm gonna click the option that says view page source. And then I'm gonna press Control F on my keyboard to search for something, and you can search for G-tag, G-T-A-G. And if the code was successfully added to your website, you should see that the snippet is right here. And I actually have it listed twice, and that's because I added it through Kadence Theme Pro and I added it through the Code Snippets plugin just to show you both of those, but you definitely don't want it showing twice on your website. Otherwise, it's going to double track all of your data. So make sure that you've only enabled this once through either Kadence Theme Pro or a Code Snippets plugin. But if it is successfully installed on your website, you'll see that it says Google tag and it says gtag.js, and then it has the code that we copied over from Google Analytics. So back here in the Fluent Snippets page, you would only have to do this if you don't have Kadence Theme Pro and didn't install the code through that. And the nice thing is that the Fluent Snippets team has said that this is going to be completely free. So this is a nice lightweight plugin that you can use to add code snippets to your website. And one last thing before right in this video is that in the time that I was showing you how to use the free snippets plugin to add your Google Analytics code, my Google Analytics account already activated and said your data collection is active. And so it should only take maybe an hour or two, but it just depends. It can take up to a day, but I think they say that just to be safe. But now the data collection is active. It recognizes that code as being on our website, and you'll start seeing data show up as people come on your website in your dashboard here on the home page of Google Analytics. So now you're all set up and good to go. So that's how you get Google Analytics set up for your website. I showed you two different ways to install the Google Analytics code on your website. The first option is extremely easy. If you were using Kadence Theme Pro, you can simply enable the header and footer scripts and add the code in the Kadence customizer. And then the second option, if you don't have Kadence Theme Pro, was to use the FluentSnippets plugin, which is a completely free, lightweight plugin that allows you to add snippets to your website. So I hope that this video helped, and now you're ready to rock and roll with Google Analytics data and be able to watch people come in on your website as you start writing content. I hope that this video helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.